Hi, welcome to Wondershare Edrawmax. Today's tutorial will take you through several ways to create flowchart easily with Edrawmax to enhance your diagramming skills. As our many users ask to know, what is easy way of creating flowcharts? So we bring the Edrawmax for creating quick and easy process flowcharts. Let's understand the flowcharts basics before proceeding to advanced level built in flowcharts template. When you're trying to code a program, especially a complicated program, it's really helpful to organize your thoughts, navigate to process, select the flowchart from the categories, and let's recreate a credit card approval process. Amazing tool for making that happen. Click on the plus icon to open a new drawing sheet. Click on the library symbol and add a cross-functional horizontal library under the flowchart category. Schematic representation. Next, drag and drop a cross-functional horizontal swim lane. It enables to be a visual representation to increase the number of swim lanes and a decision needed to perform a process. Next, add the title and name as needed. Solution to a given problem. Start building the flowchart using the necessary symbols from the symbol library as shown. Each step in a sequence is noted with diagram shape. Next, select connector under the Home tab. And directional arrows. Choose the appropriate connector and then connect all symbols to indicate the flowchart. Is Power Business tool, the proper design and construction of steps. Edrawmax also allows you to extend the swim lanes as required. Let's understand a simple example under the View tab. We want to check once done with the flowchart, use the built-in theme on the right pane to make it look more beautiful. Input to read the right-click and choose Select All Text to adjust the font size. Then we'll proceed to Decision Block to check whether temperature is above 32 degrees. Go to the View tab, click on the From Beginning icon to view the flowchart in a single frame. Yes, it is less than 32 degrees, then it should print temperature is below freezing. And if says, no, temperature is greater than 32 degrees, then it will print temperature is above freezing, which comes to an end the process as decision has been made. As we look at the parts of a flowchart, note that the different processes have different shapes. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about symbols, what they are used for. So the first one is start/end rounded rectangle. Shape is rounded rectangle. Your flowchart may repeat steps or backtrack of a steps. We always begin with rounded rectangle represents start. Process rectangular. Rectangle is used for the process steps. Process is basically the verb, what are we doing, like reading the documents in previous example, printing A or B. Input/output, rhombus. User needs to input data or some values or program is going to output information to the user or another program, so for this we use parallelogram that indicates that our manual operation needed. Next we have decision quadrilateral. This shape is a rhombus for geometry. You may remember that a rhombus is a quadrilateral with all four sides congruent or equal. It is different from a square in that the angles are not all right angles like a square. Some refer to this block as a diamond because it has been rotated about 45 degrees, whereas most rhomba lie on their bases. So here's where our decisions come. This is where we're going to be asking yes or no questions in our program. Our flowchart is going to go off in two different directions based on the answers to those questions. Circle. Circle in flowchart is also known as connector symbol, which indicates that the flow continues and used to represent a point at which the flowchart connects with another process. Arrows. We need to keep track of the direction of the flow, and so arrows do that for us. Sometimes there's one arrow. In case of decisions, there may be two arrows for yes or no. Yes for one direction and no for another. All right, so let's take a look at an example. Let's take an example about how to create a complete flowchart with Edrawmax for better understanding a step. Navigate to File. Select Flowchart from the categories and let's recreate a credit card approval process. Click on the plus icon to open a new drawing sheet. Click on the library symbol and add a cross-functional horizontal library under the flowchart category. Next, drag and drop a cross-functional horizontal swim lane. Go to Properties to increase the number of swim lanes. Next, add the title and name as needed. Start building the flowchart using the necessary symbols from the symbol library as shown. Next, select Connector under the Home tab. Choose the appropriate connector and then connect all symbols to indicate the flowchart. Edrawmax also allows you to extend the swim lanes as required. Uncheck grid lines under the View tab. Once done with the flowchart, use the built-in theme on the right pane to make it look more beautiful. Right-click and choose Select All Text to adjust the font size. Go to the View tab, click on the From Beginning icon to view the flowchart in a single frame. Now let's see a few examples of process flowcharts that are already available in Edrawmax. Here's a planning and review of internal controls audit process flowchart. This is a hiring process flowchart. Here's a training process flowchart and a sales process flowchart. Similarly, Edrawmax has plenty of flowchart examples to use as resources. Different flowchart types will also be represented by different symbols. They are meant to be useful for anyone who needs to use flowcharts in any software project. Let's take a look at some common different symbols from different flowchart types. 1. Workflow diagram symbols. 2. Audit flowchart symbols. 3. BPMN symbols. Now you've understood how a flowchart works and you've built your entire flowchart diagram. Thanks for watching this tutorial on flowchart diagrams. Subscribe to our channel below to get access to more helpful videos and tutorials.